welcome back to my channel Cross Stitcher AK. My name is Agna and today I am showing you my latest finished Lanarte Peruvian woman. I stitched this not original kit, and I stitched that on a DMC linen 20 count, and yeah, it took me a while until I actually finished it, but I did. This month wasn't really in a stitching mood and all that, but I did what I promised. At least one of the promises I kept, and I finished this piece. So you see now my finish and my tablet, where I have all the information about this piece. So I'll be reading and telling all the specifics of it, but at the beginning I would like to say that I was reading books and didn't stitch much this month, so I didn't have any of my weeks cross stitching, and probably this month they're not gonna be, because I'm not stitching much now at the moment because I'm back to work. It's been 2 weeks already since I'm working, and I'm working pretty much a lot, so stitching now and then. And the statistics itself, statistic itself is pretty much weird, because I finish work now at 10 or 11 o'clock in the evening. So when I come back, I stitch like an hour, then maybe I'm sitting until 2 o'clock or something like that, and stitching the next day as well, some extra stitches. But in general, I do get the results, and when I'm stitching that late, I don't have time to do the short videos. So if I go back to stitching again like it was in April, well, probably not like it was in April, like it was the first few months of this year. So I'll be doing those short videos and do weeks. But for now, of this month, I would like to get into routine with the stitching as well, because when I came back to work, everything is kind of gone different way. So there will be definitely month updates as well, because I did stitch another 2 projects, and it will be month updates, but probably there will be no plans or predictions anymore, except for one, the one that I promised to stitch as well. So yeah, now let's get to the Lanarte. So probably I'm gonna be pausing now and putting my tripod up a little bit, that you would see all picture in your screens, because well, it's pretty much big, so I can't put on my table nicely that I could show everything in it. So see you in a sec. Now that's pretty much it. So let's get on with my Peruvian woman. So I stitched, it says 56 days, but there were some days where it was like 72 stitches, 40 stitches, and 5 stitches. So I don't really count, I wouldn't count them. But in general, I do have some days where I stitch like 1,800 or 2,000 or over 1,000 stitches. So my all the statistics like this. So I have started last year 15th of May, and I finished 19th of May. So there were 440 stitches in the back stitch, and the back stitch itself is actually the j'adore, the signature itself, and this part over here, and that's it, nowhere else. Then there were 39,880 stitches, like cross stitches, but including the stitches in one strand or 2 strands. Talking about those, so pretty much a lot. Now if I would like to see how many stitches of each color in there, so I have to delete everything from my all the statistics, all this from my tablet. But I'd say it's 1/4 of all piece was done in one strand. Is loads. I mean, like here, everywhere, here, everywhere. There were some places here, in this one as well, all around here. Well, maybe 1/5, maybe quarter or something like that, but it was pretty much a lot. Then talking about the outfit of this lady. So it is a Peruvian one. This artist, it's a Dutch artist actually, and this artist has a good few of those paintings like that. I mean, there is one more painting, the one I wish that Lanarte would do into a cross stitch kit, and it's a young girl. She has as well, well, that's not even a hat, I'd say. It's kind of like a bowl, and they have stuff in it. So I presume that all the ornaments over here in they are in good few places, and that's kind of a traditional one, traditional outfit. So there is another painting with that, and I would love if Lanarte would do so. I would definitely stitch it, but for now it's enough this one. And from this artist I have another few kits, the ones I would love to do, but I decided that I'm not gonna start anything this month because I'm not going by my plan. I still have to do a few things there, but oops. But in general, I'm happy with this one, the one I've done there now. So talking about stitching this one, it was very easy. Of course, I do have a few projects, so that's why I didn't stitch that very quick. But if you would stitch only one thing and you would stitch every day, so probably you would get that done in a month or two. But 40,000 stitches, well, maybe not a month, let's say in 2 months, like if you stitch like 600 a day, so definitely would be done by 2 months. So it took me a year, but I did 56 days, and I'm very happy with that. Now there were 41 color of DMC, and the colors are various. I mean, like, they were green, they were blue, white, and orange ones, yellow, brown, and stuff. It was very, very cool to stitch. It was interesting. I mean, I didn't go bored like on that one point or another. Like, I actually had what to do. It was very easy to stitch hair. The very top of the design itself, this part was a little bit harder, but I did that in parking. So, and here as well, it was very, very cool to stitch. But if I actually would stitch that again, I would stitch that sideways, because there were some places where actually in lines, and they go like 5-6 stitches away from each other or something like that. So if I would stitch now, I would stitch sideways, and that would be definitely easier. But anyway, that's pretty much the easiest thing I've ever stitched, and I think that that's not the last Lanarte. I actually fell in love with it, and I have another one started already, but taken out again because the cat changed fabric. So anyways, this is 195 by 252 stitches. That's not really big, but on 28 count linen, it's 35.4 by 45.7 centimeters. Yeah, it's not the teeny weeny, the one that's a gold dimensions gold collection, but it's not the biggest there as well. Probably just because I started on 12 beauties, where it's like 2.5 meter design, so that's why it doesn't look like big. But yeah, there is it was advantage and disadvantage to stitch that, because I don't really like stitching in one strand on really big count fabric, because well, to me it doesn't really look cool, and the thread itself destroys the fabric, especially the MC linen. But at the end of the day, I do have a lovely piece, the one I adore, and I did have some changes in it, but I'm very happy with the outcome, and definitely I'm gonna be framing it one day. So about the changes now, changes I have here changed in her face. It's supposed to be this yellow, but I put different thread, actually from the same palette, the one I used here. I changed that, and I have done a very good job, because I don't think that here yellow would be very good. So yeah, I have good bit of leftover fabric, so it won't be any difficulties to stretch it on in the frame. And about the ironing, yeah, ironing, like you have to definitely take a photo or video whenever you just took the iron off, because the MC linen has a tendency like that to get really wrinkly around. There was an accident as well with it. I actually put on a hanger and hung that outside, and it fell in the dirt. So I have to wash it again. So I say this Peruvian woman likes spa. Yeah. And I think that will be it today. It will be a short video about it, but yeah, I will show that in a month updates as well. So you'll see again, and probably I'm gonna iron again, because it's gonna go wrinkly and everything. So this is the piece, the one that I supposed to do for challenge, cross stitch challenge 2020, where I have to finish 7, so it's 1 out of 7 as well. I have a good few finished already for that project, so I will have a different video about all the results of that challenge. And I have another piece started stitching now, the one that I supposed to do for that challenge too, but probably I'm not going to be finishing it this month. So yeah, I did around the 5,000 stitches this month, because I had to finish, and I had to do, let me see. Yeah, I have 5,650 stitches done this month. I'm happy with it, because that's all I did, is just this part, like I mean this here part, and the back stitch on them, and I finished finally. And probably that's all the stitches. I have the dimensions gold petite done like couple hundred stitches, and I have done 12 beauties done as well, couple hundred stitches, and that's all. So at least I have one finish, and I hope it's gonna inspire me to finish more, or probably start something like from Lanarte as well. I'm trying not to, but who knows. And I hope that you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to not to miss another ones coming out, so press the bell, and I'll see you next time.